Hi, this is Christine with Zeidman Development. Today I'd like to walk you through a possibility for how you can map a split gift into the Raiser's Edge using Importacular. So this template has already been set up. I've set up my constituent mappings and my address mappings. If you need some help with those areas, I would strongly encourage you to check out some of our other videos that will walk through all of those areas and how to build a complete template. But for the purpose of what I'm doing today, I just want to walk you through the steps to build those splits. So to start, you would need to map your gift. So you can see that I've already done that, but let's open the gifts and take a quick look. One thing I do want to point out is that when I mapped the gift, I did need to put the full amount for the gift in the amount field. And I did need to put a campaign and a fund and any other required fields, as well as the fields that are going to be divided by splits. So when we create the additional splits, that's going to change how that campaign and that fund and appeal all show up in Raiser's Edge. But for right now, we do have to assign something to those fields. So I've assigned my campaign, fund, and appeal that are my generic for the purpose of this import, and then I saved it. Once I did that, then I came in and I mapped my two splits. So let's open the first one. So my data file had a separate column for the amounts for my splits. I had a column for amount 1 and I had a column for designation 1. I also had a column for amount 2 and designation 2. So the two amounts in amount 1 and amount 2 equaled the total of the amount for the gift, which you do need that to happen. Otherwise, you will see exceptions once this information is in batch in Raiser's Edge, because batch will say that the total of your splits does not equal the total of the gift. So you do need to make sure that that works. There are a couple other alternatives if you don't have an amount in your source field like I did. You could potentially work with a default value. If all of the gifts in your file have the same total amount and have the same amounts for the splits, those default values would work well. And you would just need to make sure that each of the splits, that when you're done, they total the full amount that you put on the gift on that gift mapping. So same thing, the total of the splits always has to equal the total amount of the gift. The other alternative is if you're working with a field setting, you can do a proportion, and you can use the amount less a fixed value of. So if, for example, you had an event registration and $10 of every event registration goes to one fund and the remainder goes to another fund, you could use the second checkbox to say use the amount less a fixed value of, so that you could create one split for that $10. And then the other split could use this checkbox to say, use the amount less to fixed value of $10. That way you'd have one split for $10 and one split for the remainder. You also could do a proportion. So if 50% goes to the annual fund and 50% goes to a capital campaign, you could use this so that you map those exactly right. Again, everything does have to equal 100%. You do have to make sure that the total of the splits equals the total of the gift. I hope that this helps you walk through how you would create a split gift using Importacular. As always, if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear it. Please let us know. Thanks and have a great day.